Jack Thunder and the Fragments of Anima. Book 3, Darkness. Chapter 4, Presenting Shadow Paws. The nekomata was silent for a good moment. Finally, he spoke. The Circus of Shadows has been struggling ever since the War of the Wendigos. People don't have as much money, especially in places like the Nursery Rhyme District. We thought we'd have to close down. But then this figure came in and promised to bring our numbers back up again. Don't know what he's been doing, but the Dark Carnival is bigger this year than it has been for the past few years. I've tried to ask him many times what he's been doing, but he always brushes me off. Was that the figure you were talking to earlier? Jack Thunder asked. Yes. Jack Thunder could see Frosty fume. Icy sparks flew around her fingertips. Anima knew what she was thinking. Not that he was in a much better mood. He had just wanted to have some fun, but now he had to deal with this again? At the Dark Carnival of all places? He looked down at Stormbringer, which had begun pulsing. Ugh, figures. That's when he remembered. Strombolio. He had to talk to Strombolio. The Dark Champion would know what to do. But did he still work at the Circus of Shadows? He asked the nekomata. Oh, Strombolio never stopped working here. He's the one in charge. But I don't know if even he really knows what's going on. Where is he now? The nekomata's gaze shifted around. Where was he? He should be here in about an hour or so. At least that's when they started preparing for their next show. He thought to where the Harlequin gremlin could be. He's usually in his trailer at this time of day. He's set to arrive about an hour before the show starts. You should be able to find it just around the back of the tent. Jack Thunder nodded. He shot Frosty a look. She glared back but unfroze the nekomata, releasing him from his icy prison. He stretched out his arms and legs before getting on his feet. He faced the storm gremlin who had rescued him. Thank you. How can I repay you? I want you to lead the way. You can help us find Strombolio and get to the bottom of whatever's going on. Jack Thunder realized something. You can also tell us your name. Shadow Pawsworth. But most people call me Shadow Paws. Buckthorn couldn't stop thinking about what the fortune teller had told her. She had seemed really desperate, like there was something she needed to say but couldn't. The reef siren remembered how she had mentioned a powerful source of dark magic inside the circus tent. Could that be the dark fragment? Only one way to find out. She made her way towards the entrance of the circus tent. As she was approaching, she could see the rest of the team come out one by one. But there was someone else with them too. A black and white nekomata she'd never seen before. He followed close behind Jack Thunder with a nervous expression. Oh, there you guys are. She ran up to Jack Thunder. I just went to this fortune teller, and she told me there was a powerful source of dark magic in the circus tent. Have you found anything in there? Jack Thunder shook his head and rolled his eyes. I hardly even got through the door. Anyway, this is Shadow Paws. He's helping us find Strombolio. Strombolio? As in, the great Strombolio? She exclaimed. She may have lived under a sea rock, but everyone in Alterus had heard of the 6 champions. And one of them was here? Yep, you'd better tag along. We need all the help we can get. Buckthorn followed Jack Thunder and the crew into the thicket of trees beyond the bounds of the carnival. They trailed behind Shadow Paws deep into the forest. There was hardly anything here except black trees with even blacker leaves clinging to their branches, scraping against a maroon sky. The ground beneath them crunched with dead leaves and frost. Buckthorn shivered. She didn't expect it to be so cold at this time of year. Her scales were no match for the frigid wind that sliced through the trees. She was a reef siren after all, not a polar siren. Eventually, she could see a faint red light in the brush. Getting closer, she realized what she was looking at. The light was attached to a massive wooden trailer. On the side of the trailer was the symbol of the Circus of Shadows, an overturned crescent moon bordered in stars and smoky shapes. Buckthorn could make out TH above the symbol. Jack Thunder held Stormbringer up to the side. The green light from the staff illuminated the entire text. The Great Strombolio. This was it, all right. Shadowpaws rapped on the door 3 times. From inside, a deep voice answered, "Just a minute, I'm almost ready." They stared at the door for a long time. All of a sudden, the knob clicked and the door opened. Sure enough, this was Strombolio. San could tell. He looked a bit older than the Tengu remembered, but everything else was still there. He still wore the same black and purple harlequin outfit that he had in those days. His gray skin was weathered, and his right antenna had a notch in it, but his coppery red eyes still held that same glimmer of mischief San had seen all those years ago. Except now that gleam had dimmed somehow? As soon as the Harlequin gremlin saw San, those eyes lit right up. "Ah, San, how's it been going since the war? Haven't seen you in a while." "Strombolio, it's good to see you again." Strombolio caught sight of Shadowpaws. "Oh? Shadowpaws? What brings you here? Aren't you supposed to be preparing for the show?" Jack Thunder stepped in. "That's not important right now. There's something going on at the carnival. We need your help." Strombolio noticed the staff in Jack Thunder's hand and the pendant Buckthorn was wearing. He froze in disbelief. Are those?" San nodded curtly. "We found Shadowpaws speaking to a strange figure. Do you know anything about this?" "Oh, I think that I know what you're talking about. His name is Nemesis. He offered to help us out when we were struggling. He's helped us out a lot, actually." "What do you know about him?" Frosty asked somewhat sharply. "He seemed really suspicious to us." Strombolio's face dropped. Not much, really. I've been so busy with the carnival and all that I didn't really question it. Maybe he should have." "Do you know where the Dark Fragment is? Is it in here?" San asked. "No, it's not in here. It's with the rest of the circus. I still use it for fireworks shows." Frosty and San exchanged worried looks. If Lethal Joke was still in the tent, the Wendigos could have already gotten to it, especially if Nemesis was still in there. "Come on, I can show you where I keep it." Strombolio gestured for them to follow him. Hi there, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like more from our friend Jack Thunder, you can check out my new book series, Jack Thunder and the Fragments of Anima, on Amazon using the link in the description. Or you can head on over to my Teespring and grab a few things from my shop. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content every week. Thank you for watching.